Peach. Here we are, the Magic fall in the thriller, 126 to 123 to the Sacramento Kings in overtime. Yeah, unfortunately, this is basket.
Yeah.
So, no point for us. It was a tough one to take. We'll go through the stats. I'm sure you'll chime in here, Peach, as we go, as we do. I mean, you might imagine it was a pretty even game. Hold on. We shot 54% from the floor. They shot 50%. This has been something we're probably going to talk about in just a moment here. They shot 37.5% from three. I want to wager a guess. Have you looked at the stats, Peach? What have we shot from three?
I'll look at them now.
All right, 17%.
Good God.
17%. 4 of 23 to their 15 of 40.
And 2 of those were Bol Bol.
Yeah, true that. We didn't dominate where we needed to on the free throw line. They got 26 charity trips. We got 20. Although they only converted on 65%, we do shoot 95% from the line.
Points in the paint is where we dominated.
We beat them on the board. Yes, absolutely. Points in the paint, 78 to 60. We beat them on the boards, 48 to 36. Paulo and Franz go off, both having 30-point games. Bol with 23. Where do you want to start, Pish?
Well,
you want to start with the end?
For chronological order, yeah. I will go ahead and just start with a really nice first half.
Oh, my God.
A really good first half of basketball, people hitting shots, people getting in and scoring, and you're just looking at it and you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is excellent.
Yes.
Early in the third quarter, a 20-point lead, and then it just all falls away. That third quarter again bug just was back, and it bit hard. We scored 12 goddamn points in that quarter.
12 points to their 36, Peach.
I'm going to do it. I know you're ready for it.
What's
you probably
going on?
Written down on one of your
I got
here.
some Post-its here. I'm ready to go.
Hey, Coach Mosley, I understand that you have a rotation for your players.
Yes.
But when the house is on fire, go ahead and pull out the extinguisher and start trying to put it out yourself while you wait for the fire department to arrive.
A little late.
Instead of just watching it burn.
Just a little late.
They got enough momentum in that comeback in the third to sustain.
Yeah.
This game shouldn't have ended up where it did.
No. You're absolutely right.
Super mad about the buzzer beater shot.
Yeah, you got to tip your cap to De'Aaron Fox. He had a fucking great game.
But this game completely changed a couple of times. Even in overtime was a completely different game, which I'm going to wait to talk about because there's more in front. But we have got to change these lineups that are on the court.
Yeah, on the third, I wrote down Paulo, RJ, T. Ross, Harris, and Kevon Harris, and Chuma. I mean, Paulo's going to score there. To be fair, RJ had some good minutes tonight. He played okay.
Does things.
Yeah, no, he definitely wasn't a minus player. He was minus 11 tonight, but
that's because he was on the court with Chuma Okeke and Terrence Ross a lot.
Well, yeah.
So they're
Chuma
not doing
with a disappointing night. Didn't hit on my over on points, 6.5 points. I just knew you had 6.5 points. His shot was in and out though. It was close, but
this is the first game this season where I legit missed Gary Harris, other options, because I was so glad we saw no Mo Bamba tonight.
This is true. This is not the Mo Bamba game. It's a no Bamba game.
Done watching Chuma Okeke. I'm done.
I wrote that down. The old man came out in the third quarter with 1:05 left to go when Chuma stepped out of bounds. I'm not sure if you remembered that.
Yeah, he's
wide open.
He's known for those a lot.
And then he drained the three after he stepped out.
Of course he did. Sure. Why not? I'm just tired of watching. He's a great defensive player. I respect his defensive game immensely. But we need an offensive option.
And he was good on the boards. He had 6. I can't believe he only had 4 points. It really felt like more than that. I guess those threes, it was 0 for 3 from 3 land. Only took 6 shots. I'm sorry. So, he did have something nice off the dribble. It wasn't a wholly just lost cause with Chuma, in my opinion.
I'm not looking for him to create, you know what I mean? But
he needs to with that lineup on the floor. Back to Mosley.
Exactly.
Back to the point about Mosley.
5 guys on the court, and you're going to have one of them just be a defensive specialist and give you nothing on offense. Then almost 3 of those other guys have to be options on offense. And Terrence Ross isn't
He hasn't been playing looking good the last couple of days.
I don't know what he's doing anymore.
Yeah, he's not looking good right now.
On defense, looking confused.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is not that, because last game that we won was because that bench role, those guys came in and played nice in their time frame.
Very well. And
in this game, they played decent in the first half, but in the second half, garbage. And instead of like realizing, okay, this ain't right, it just wrote them out. And it was like, hey, man.
Too long.
Hey, man, too long.
Few minutes too long.
I mean, I know our players played a lot of minutes tonight because we ended up going to overtime. So maybe it is nice that they were a little more fresh.
Right. I understand that. Right.
We needed to shut things down before it got out of hand.
Yes, I agree with that. And it's unfortunate that it did get out of hand because there was some really nice stuff happening in that first half, man. I wrote down some beautiful interior passing and that I wanted to look up the assist numbers.
Yeah, I mean, in the third quarter, we had our biggest lead of 20 early in the quarter.
Right, yeah.
And then by the end of it, we were down 10. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
And then, like,
it's a 30-point swing.
Early in the fourth quarter,
30-point swing.
And it's like, make some changes to make that stop. Because the minute our starters came back in, things turned to right around
immediately.
So, there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Partly guys got to get rest, but we need wins out here.
Sacramento Kings bench who actually played well, like well above.
They did play well.
I had to Google some of those guys. I'm like, who are these guys? What are they doing out here? But they played well.
Yeah.
To their credit. But
it's tough. We were playing a couple teams at the end there. We were playing the Kings and the refs. In
overtime, it got weird.
Franz went to the basket a couple times, clearly drew contact and drained the shot. He should have been to the line multiple times. They had that really weird 3-point make and then the foul call on Wendell, which was immediately a 4-point swing at the beginning of overtime, where Wendell literally had his hand behind his back.
It was too much.
And it was a nice flop from Sabonis.
Yeah. I lost some respect for it. It was
tough.
He played well for them. He kept them in the game for like 3.5 quarters.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that little number 5, Fox, decides.
De'Aaron Fox, man.
I'm Steph
He's been
Curry
playing like an all-star.
In his prime, and he played like an all-star.
Shout out to Locked On Kings. I was listening to them, and that's what they say. He's been playing like an all-star. He's the real deal. We'll see.
Why are you listening to that show?
It was great. No, because he's a really engaging host. I think his name's Matt George. Right. Fantastic, man. For the draft, he wore a king cape. I mean, he's got a cape. He's kind of a little bit like us. He does some of those things. Anyways, I'm not going to defend me listening to Matt George. He's a great podcast.
I'm sure he's a fine gentleman. It's just that act of listening to Sacramento Kings basketball.
Well, I like to know what the other side is thinking, I like to know what the other side is thinking.
Okay.
Increase the depth of my knowledge. I do want to shout out everyone in the Amway because it was really lit in there. Yeah. We could tell the energy was up. I mean, I heard an FU refs chant at the appropriate time. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you for that. That's how I was feeling.
Well, I mean, not a lot of people coming in to watch the out-of-town team. It's not like this is New York or Chicago where there's a lot of people
but I'm still giving props. I'm still giving props. And I liked how Paulo was pumping up the crowd late. That's nice to see that type of confidence. He wants to engage with us, the fans, and he feeds off of that. So really tough freaking dagger, but
Guy, if you told me we would shoot 17.4% from 3-point range and only make 4 all game and yet somehow still only lose by a buzzer beater in overtime, I'd be like, no way am I taking that bet. So
that's true that we were even in that.
We could get to the rim. Guys were hitting shots early. A lot of it looked good. It didn't really stick out to me that we weren't shooting threes or hitting threes, but we're working. That's obviously not a strength of our game, so we just went away from it.
Yeah.
But you still, the few that we do take, you got to hit more than 17%. It's another close game where if the shooting from the outside is better, we win.
Plug episode 31, Sunshine and Shade segment. It's going to be coming live as a segment tomorrow on YouTube. I threw shade on our shooting, and it needed it. It needed it.
In the second half, it did.
And one more bright spot, if we may, Pish, before we head out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we haven't yet called in the Bol Patrol, Pish. Everyone, get all aboard right now.
23 points, 2
all
assists,
aboard.
7 rebounds. The only man who made 2 3-pointers tonight was Bol Bol. His only blemish at all shooting, he was 10 of 11, was 1 3-pointer late in the game.
I mean, he's gaining, and on the defensive side, you can tell that guy, he's gaining a reputation.
Right.
I mean, there were times when he's literally in the restricted circle, almost at the hoop, and guys are saying, no, I'm passing out of this.
Yep.
They're passed out of it. They do not want to challenge Bol. We have a legitimate guy in Bol Bol who has come out of nowhere. And I'm going to start it. Hashtag fuck the truck. Maybe fuck is too heavy. They're nice guys in the truck. It rhymes, though, which is maybe like suck it, truck. Suck. Let me know in the comments. Do you have anything better? Because I really did like Is This Anything?
Yeah.
Bol's second place from that 2019 draft class in terms of least games played.
But still in the NBA.
Makes him really come out of nowhere. Zion's on that list, but Bol is coming out of nowhere and potentially emerging into not only capable starter, but holy crap, this is like a defensive, all-team defensive guy potentially.
He has to be respected because of his ability to block the shots.
I
don't know if you've ever played basketball against somebody that's that much taller than you, but you have to change everything you do.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that this is a problem for guys, and he doesn't necessarily have to keep up step to step with people because he can make up for it with that long reach. I mean,
he's
it's
blocking guys
you
from
have to
3 line
prepare for a way to attack what he brings to the game. Mm-hmm. But I'm most impressed with him around the rim. We said it on our last show, but my God, he has the softest touch for a big man.
It's
Usually
like
big
Charmin on your butthole.
Have these like nice stone hands, and they don't have that nice soft touch around the rim. But he's so good with it.
Yeah,
it's impressive. I mean, there were definitely spots in this game you love to see. You know, Franz and Paulo both scoring in the 30s is great, and the way they were running the offense out there with Wendell and the three of them kind of have a weave thing. Guys getting a lot of easy baskets at the rim, a lot of alley-oop jams, a lot of fake passes and open layups.
So much good stuff early on.
Oh, and Franz loves using the glass.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
I mean,
he had a couple that he probably wanted back because he could have had them.
But I like it when it comes off the glass. They're reboundable.
It's soft. Yep.
And so, like, if we have
Bol
a guy
got
there
a couple
to
of
rebound,
those.
we're going to get those.
Wendell's there. Paulo's there.
I'm encouraged by what I see on offense because we're working towards our strength and not relying on the three. But someone has to step up.
We got to get better than that
on a more regular basis. And I do not care who it is. Someone has to.
And that's a diagnosis, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you think in the comments. Pich, anything else here before we head out?
De'Aaron Fox is not a star yet.
Okay, that's hate. No, I won't accept it.
Yet.
I think he's great.
He had a great end of the fourth and overtime, but was absent for most of the rest of the game.
Okay.
So
let us know what you think about De'Aaron Fox in the comments. Kings fans, where are you at? You watching this as well?
At the end of the game, he definitely made it look like he was untouchable, and it was like, what? All of a sudden, you're just untouchable?
I mean, that's what good players do, though. You got to respect it. We'll see.
Well, I'll respect it when he does it more often.
Okay.
Because Chumo Keke had a great game last game, too, but I know that's not him.
All right. Okay. All right. On that, it was a tough one, but we did it. Peace out, everybody.